Hello and welcome to a Crypto Duck Life. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's great to see you all again. Yeah, I've kind of forgotten how to do this, so I'll have to take it slow and try to get back into the whole system of things. It's that time of the year where I'm due to make some yearly predictions, and I want to have a look back at what I said would be happening throughout 2023 and see how badly I messed up last year's predictions. It's or maybe I didn't. I guess we'll have to have a look and find out. I'll stick a link to last year's video in the description just in case you want to check up on me and see for yourself. So this time last year I made some pretty bold claims. I went against the flow of most of the other creators out there. They were all claiming huge movements both up and down. Lots were saying we were still going to drop down to 8k. Others were saying we were going to go all the way up to 100. I maintained pretty level-headed and said nothing of that sort. Not because I was non-committal, I just didn't see it happening. So late in 2022, I said the bottom would be around 16 grand. I said this again in last year's video. I said that the bottom was already in. It had only been $500 from my original prediction. It turns out I was bang on. It bottomed out and it recovered very quickly in January. So I got that spot on and I was very chuffed with myself, as you can imagine. It is, yeah, it's good when you get something right. I said that Bitcoin was going to top out at 40k this year and spend the year bouncing between 22k and 40k all year. Again, that was pretty good. BTC, it did stay in that window the vast majority of the year. It just slipped outside right in the last sort of week, going 5 grand over my prediction. Had I said it was going to stay between 25k and 45k, I would have nailed it. But look, that's enough about me blowing my own trumpet about what I said for those things. Let's look at what I'm expecting this year. This year is going to start off very turbulent. We've got big news events like the BlackRock spot ETF decision, which should be happening on the 5th of January. This has caused a very predictable rise in excitement, but you're also likely to see a correction from this. We could see it pull back as far as 30k. As to the timing of that, I had it sort of written down to happen in February, but we could see it sooner, depending on the outcome on the 5th and the news from the SEC. Yeah, after we get over the little pullback, I'm expecting it to return to a bullish trend. I'm expecting to see around 56k by the time the halving happens in late April, and then we should see a very steady rise with just minor corrections here and there, hitting a new all-time high of around 172k by the time we roll into Jan 25. Now, I have seen one analysis of the whole BlackRock spot ETF saying that just that one ETF will cause Bitcoin to rise to 100 grand. There's 13 other applications in with the SEC on top of that one. So how far we pull back or how far up we go, it's going to depend greatly on the timing of those ETFs being confirmed by the SEC. Now, as I said, due on the 5th of Jan for the BlackRocks, I'm kind of expecting the SEC to delay the decision yet again, which could potentially then mean we have the pullback sooner. But, you know, let's ignore all of that for now. I'm basing my predictions on factors I know for a fact at this time, and that's where I'm expecting it to go. Now, my Ethereum predictions were not quite as hot as my Bitcoin predictions. I did say that Ethereum was an all new beast after it switched to proof of stake instead of proof of work. And technically, I wasn't wrong with what I predicted. I said that ETH would sit between 2k and 4k for the majority of the year. And it did for a lot of the year. It just really struggled to get past that 1.5k mark. And it topped out at 2,350. Now, I've got to admit, I was expecting better out of ETH. I really was. But there's some bad press. There were issues as far as decentralization was concerned after the switch to PIS. But yeah, there's the stuff going on in the press about whistleblowers and what he did or what they did and what the... I don't know if anything's going to come of it. I don't know if it's hot wind. I don't know if he's bought a stack of ETC and he's going to try to... I don't know. And I don't really see it affecting Ethereum's utility or its position in the market. So for this year, I'm hoping to see Ethereum recover to about 3k by May time, and then hopefully steadily increase, hitting an all new high of around 16k by the end of the year. As far as the entire market's concerned, as a guide, I'm hoping to see the market cap rising to around 2 trillion in May, and then consistently strong rise up to 7 trillion by the end of the year. Now, I have seen market cap predictions going as far up as 17 trillion by the end of the year. And obviously a lot of that is based largely upon the ETFs. I'm kind of ignoring all that with my predictions. I'm just basing it on the information I have right now. So we'll have to see. But that's them the figures. So, you know, like this time next year when I do the next video, we can have a good laugh at how wrong I was this time. As far as the rest of my predictions went, I didn't hit anything sort of bang on gold, but I didn't get anything wrong either. Basically, everything's just taking a lot longer than I was hoping. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not really a surprise. I said that crypto regulations would start to come into play all around the world. Yeah, UK released their regs. Didn't exactly go the way we wanted. In fact, a lot of the crypto businesses left the UK because of them. Even some, you know, proper long-running exchanges just didn't want to know. Other big exchanges, Binance, etc., have just removed a lot of the features that they were offering, like their earn packages. Other countries have applied regs as well. America is still thinking about theirs. India basically outright banned everything. What a joke. You know, it's coming. It will come to pass. It is what it is. I said I was expecting a heavy crackdown on privacy tokens. It didn't happen yet. Not to the scale I was expecting, and I still think it will. We saw them attack tumblers and anything that masked where the money was sent from and to. I still think that as more regulations come into play, the privacy tokens are going to take a beating. I really do. So we'll have to just wait and see on that front. And the crypto taxation policies. No, again, I was just too quick. They're still not out for around the world. You kind of have to guess. It's slightly more straightforward in the UK and America. You know, at the end of the day, governments are going to want their money, so they're going to sort it out sooner or later. So I'm still right with that. And I said that wallets would become far more user-friendly. They're still not as friendly as they need to be to inspire that mass adoption. I think they've got a long way to go. I hope they push towards it. We're seeing great progress. The likes of Opera wallet has integrated NFT domain names as standard to make it super simple. I think we just need to see the domain name integration across the board. It's daft having all these different services and only some wallets support some of the services. We need it to be like an industry standard. But we just need to see, you know, this is Betamax versus VHS. If you're too young to know what that means, Google it. We just need to wait and see which system is, or unless I can find an easy way of integrating multiple systems and it can just run like that. But yeah, so that's basically where we're sat. They're my year's predictions. They're my figures. That's what we're looking at. And yeah, fingers crossed. Thank you very much for joining me. I know it's been a while. As the crypto world hots up, and it will hot up this year, hopefully I'll get back to doing slightly more regular videos for you all. And with that, I'll see you soon.
All things crypto by a duck life. See you next time.